So I'll just guide you, Brian, but everyone should just listen along and experience this for yourself. So yeah, basically, Brian, you just want to kind of relax yourself, find a comfortable seat there. Maybe you're already comfortable, maybe you're already relaxed. So you got a head start, and you might just take a couple of deeper breaths just to see what that's like, and just to notice what it's like, to breathe, to sit, to be. And you might find yourself just kind of gently, without any effort and without any intention in particular, just kind of easing into the sitting itself. You might allow your eyes to close if that feels right. And by the way, we always tell people that whatever we suggest, if at any point you feel like doing something else or it doesn't make sense, it doesn't resonate, absolutely do what feels right. So that's the guidance, overall guidance. But as you find a comfortable seat there, you might feel that kind of wave of relaxation moving down, maybe from the top of your head, down your ears, your cheekbones, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, and your entire torso, just allowing it to naturally and gradually and gently move through the body. And here you're just going to see what's it like just to sit without having to do anything, decide anything, direct anything. And then you just ask yourself, do I feel fundamentally okay? Does everything feel all right now? And when you do that, you might notice where that answer comes from. Does it feel like it's inside, all around you, everywhere, or everything? All of the above? And just see if there's a sense of appreciation or even gratitude for that, just for having access to that, for being able to experience that. And as you put your attention on that feeling of okayness or stillness or peace or freedom or joyfulness, you might notice that it starts to spread out or expand all on its own. And so all we're asking you to do is just to notice that without any expectation, without any effort, without any figuring anything out. And then you might notice if there's a particular quality to that sense or to that atmosphere, whether it feels still or quiet or open or spacious or loving or expansive or full of wonder. You're just going to allow yourself to pay attention to that, to notice that. And you might notice that it starts to fill out the foreground of your attention and take up more and more of your awareness. And just notice how with each breath, it just continues to unfold, to expand, all without any effort on your part. And here you might start to notice that this process is just as effortless and easeful as breathing itself. And if it feels appropriate, it feels okay, you might just see if an answer comes forth describing, what quality do you notice here? How would you describe it? And if you can do it without pulling yourself out of it, without disrupting your experience, you might even verbalize it, share it with us.
Love.
Great. Okay. So you might feel like it's healing or supportive or just interesting to just rest in the love for a moment. You might notice that it's complete or pervasive or expansive or unending. And you might see if there's an openness or a curiosity about what else might show up. What else might arise? What might looking or dropping down beneath this love, what might it reveal? If it feels okay, there isn't any tension or doubt or resistance, you might just allow yourself to explore what's beneath this love. You might find yourself sort of lowering yourself or sliding or dropping down through or into this love. And just allowing each breath to move you further and further and further through this love or whatever you're experiencing. And then you might notice what else starts to show up beneath this experience, beneath this quality. Might see if there's an openness to that, a curiosity, an interest, a welcoming. And that with each breath, just allowing it to rise, to unfold, to move into your attention, move into the foreground. It might be a bubbling up or an opening or a warmth or even an explosion or something much more subtle. And just allowing yourself with each breath to move deeper and deeper into this new quality, whatever's showing up. You don't need to label it. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to know anything about it. And you might notice it moving more and more into the foreground with each breath until it starts to fill up your entire awareness, your entire experience. You might notice whatever was there before just starts to gently and naturally move to the background. Just making space, making way for what's showing up now. If you notice any thoughts or discomfort or tension showing up, and just noticing that and just letting it be. And bringing your attention back to this new experience, this new quality. And then with every breath, just allowing yourself to settle in here, to come to rest here, make yourself at home here. You might notice whatever's there permeating your whole system, your entire awareness, maybe your body, whatever you experience. And you might just notice how you don't have to leave anything out here. You don't have to exclude anything. You might invite your whole system to participate in this. If anything feels like it's holding on, holding back, just acknowledging it, just recognizing it. And whenever it starts to feel like it's settled or stabilized, enjoying that rest for a moment. And then just very gently, very gradually, you might start to feel your fingers, your toes, and just noticing what that's like from this experience. What do those feel like? You might notice some other sensations as you start to just feel the rest of the body, the whole complex of sensations, seeing what that's like. And whenever it feels right, you might move your fingers or your toes a little bit. You might feel your elbows and move your arms a little bit, seeing what that's like. And then just gently allowing the other senses in. So the sounds, you might notice the sound of my voice or other sounds in the environment, what that's like here. And just gradually, gently inviting in the other senses. So you might start to very, very gently open your eyes to allow some light in, just to see what that's like. And then you might open them a little bit more. So you start to notice colors and shapes. And just allowing your attention then to move between all the senses. You might notice sensation, you might notice sight, you might notice sounds, smells, thoughts, and just notice that it's all part of this. And here, typically at this point, we would sort of go into a bit of an inquiry to see where the person is in terms of their experience. We'll just do a very abbreviated form of that, just to kind of give you a sense of orientation. So you might share with us, Brian, what you're noticing, if anything in particular. just about your experience in general.
I found that, well, I was very relaxed. There's also some energy releasing, some shaking throughout laughter. But the dropping below love was amazing, and I don't have any words to describe it, because what was there was love was still a concept, and below it was conceptlessness, concept freeness, this spacious, and words, no words can describe it. And then when you asked me to start moving my fingers and toes, they were like that concept free nothingness that is everything, just moving itself. I find
Beautiful.
it very moving.
Great. Yeah. So this is a good time for a lot of people if they've had any kind of glimpse or movement in their system to really just kind of rest there
Mhm.
and just to pay attention to how experience is from here. So you can pay attention to your senses, to whether there's any mind activity, how your memory may or may not be working, how relating to others might work, how moving your body might seem. All those things can just shift in subtle or more pronounced ways. And just paying attention to that is really powerful for integrating and really making this a holistic process that touches your entire experience, not just head to toe, but from concept to conceptualness and conceptuallessness and everything in between. So, yeah, beautiful.